So this is the bounty on this counter. And then the rest of it over here. And somehow this all fit into those 3 cupboards. Let's get to it. Hello friends, and welcome back to my home. Welcome back to the decluttering series. Today I'm going to declutter the kitchen, and I am going to say, first of all, if you have not watched the first 3 videos of this series, I highly recommend it. I talk about my ADHD in those videos, and I talk about my process and all of that. So this is going to be my last video that I post until after I have the baby. If you don't know, if you are new here, hi. I am currently extremely pregnant and due to have a baby 2 to 4 weeks from now. And I am starting to feel the vast effects of being in the last month of my pregnancy, and I just need a break. I had been waiting to film this video in part because I wanted to clean the kitchen first and I wanted it to look decent before I got to it, but y'all saw my bedroom. So we're just gonna start. My dishes are not done. There are toys on the floor. I haven't swept because I accidentally broke the broom. It's a mess, but it's realistic, and hopefully you can relate. Hopefully this feels a little bit less aesthetically set up for the camera, because it is not. If you are new, please subscribe. Come along with me as I declutter my house as somebody who is an emotional hoarder, who has ADHD, and who has a lot of kids. And let's get into it. Right, this is my very quick before. I did not clean my kitchen at all, so it is messy. Those are my boxes for things. That's from our grocery order today. As you can see, I haven't cleaned. And this is what it looks like 99% of the time. And this is what I really want to take care of. Also, it's garbage day, and my husband hasn't brought in the garbage cans yet. So, that's there. This is a very honest look at the life of a YouTuber. But generally, I don't want to have stuff on top of the fridge. Obviously, I'm going to clear the counters and do the dishes. But the real mess is my cabinets, which are stuffed full. Do I ever use most of the stuff up here? No. So that's what we're going to go through. More things that we do use some of this, but this is one of the areas that I need to declutter the most. Actually, it looks empty because I haven't done the dishes, but we have so many coffee cups. I don't know half of what's up there anymore. And then down here as well, this is the cabinet of doom. I have the drawers, which are all just a mess. And there's a peach on the floor. How lovely. And then over in here we have a ton of bowls. I don't use that many bowls. And let's move that. More things that I don't really use. So that's where we're starting out. Did I show you this drawer? Sure. So we do have some plans to renovate-ish the kitchen, the dining room, a lot of the rooms in the house. We had always figured we would eventually move out of this house, but it's not going to happen at least for another few years. So we are going to focus on making the house look as nice as possible, which means in the future, once I'm done decluttering, once we are settled with our baby and everything like that, there will probably be makeover videos on the channel, kitchen renovation, bathroom renovation, whole house renovation. Because while I have done some cheap makeover videos, I want to be able to invest the proper time and money to actually improve the house, and we've never been able to do that until this year. A few things that we're going to change. If you can see, the oven is right here and there's no hood. Eventually we will probably be chopping this cabinet to be shorter because we need something to vent all of the steam from the oven. It just is an old house and they never put one in. I want to put in open shelving. I want to put in wallpaper. There are a lot of things I would like to do. But again, for the purpose of this video, I am just getting rid of stuff. I am just decluttering so that it will be easier in the future to do those renovations. My method, which I think I explained in my last videos, is to take everything out of the cabinets, sort it all, toss what we don't need, and put everything back. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is the bounty that we have on this counter. And then this is the rest of it over here. One other thing you might be asking is, why are you not donating anything to a food bank? And the answer is, a lot of this is expired. And I'm not going to donate food to people in need that is expired. When you are someone on the receiving end, you're already having to ask for help, and then you get the last thing that anybody wanted. You get the leftovers, you get the crumbs, you get like the worst, the expired food. That's a little bit dehumanizing. So without further ado, I'm going to start throwing away expired stuff.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really want.
So one thing that I've been wanting for a little while now is to actually have my flour and sugar and a few more baking essentials. I think over here, because if I ever want to bake something, I have to go into the pantry, and while that's not like the worst thing in the world, it would just be more convenient if I had some baking essentials here. So I'm gonna grab those. That means I'll have to figure out where I'm putting my bread.
Down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.
So you all might be surprised to know I am planning to get rid of a few strawberry things, namely these pans, because they're cute and they're strawberry, but I have literally never used it. So, goodbye.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling.
So these shelves, I love these because they roll out. This one is for our appliances, and then I think I'm also going to put some of the lesser used cast iron that I have, because I also need to go through these, don't I? This is not sponsored, but all of my gloves are from a very lovely friend of mine who makes gloves. It's called Nerdy Novelty Design. I love her. I love her gloves, her oven mitts. They are wonderful. They are practical. They work really well. I love them. All of these are from her. All of the ones that I own anywhere, actually. And I know I have more. Not sponsored. She didn't ask me to say that. I just really like them. first 2 boxes going out. And there's the decluttered, expired everything. Ta-da! Okay, I am done for the day. So tomorrow I will go through all of the dishes cabinets. You saw me go through the spice cupboards, the baking cupboards, the drawers. And yes, I know my floors are dirty. And the drawers were dirty. That's life with kids. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't have a Roomba. I don't have the energy to sweep 24/7. So you get to see the crumbs that have entered our life and have never left. But I'm done for today. I'm feeling good. I've gotten rid of 2 boxes and a whole garbage can worth of stuff so far. And tomorrow I'll go through all of our dishes. And that'll almost be it for the kitchen. I feel like this is so much quicker. It's so much quicker than the bedroom. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. So today we're going to at least tackle these 2 shelves behind me, which holds a lot of coffee cups and my regular dishes. And also up on the very top up here, I feel like I will get yelled at if I get up on a chair to get things down, but I need to get things down. So whatever, we're tackling these shelves today. At the very least, I would love to get the whole kitchen done. I really only have a few things left, but at least this, I haven't had the baby yet. Fingers crossed that it will be soon because I'm ready, but this is what we're gonna tackle. So let's take a look at all of my mess in these cupboards. Up on the very top we have a lot of jars and decorative cups. And then I just have a lot of coffee. I have a lot of dishes. I have a lot of coffee cups. A lot of stuff we don't even use. So this is the before. Show the dent right here that my belly made when I was trying to reach stuff from up there. So I was counting, I stopped somewhere around 48. I have a lot of mugs. Let's go through these. Have a lot to get rid of in the regular dishes because I have been consistently purging dishes as I clean them. Things like this, I am keeping a very few plastic dishes. I'm trying to purge most of my plastic because it's just not really that good for you, but I do have small children who drop things regularly, so for that purpose, things that don't go in the microwave I am keeping. As far as bowls go, I have these 3 adult bowls, and I would love to get rid of all of them, but that is all the bowls that we have. So I will have to wait. However, this one is going to go because it is very cracked. I can feel it on the outside. I feel like if I jiggled it enough, this would just break out entirely. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Even though it's part of the dishes that I want, I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to get rid of this. We had a bigger one that I liked better and it broke. So I'm going to get rid of this one. My other daily dishes, I have these cottagecore plates. I have these strawberry plates, which I love. While we were at a garage sale, my husband found 2 of these and he really, really liked them, so I got them. I have recently gotten rid of most of my random glasses because I have a set of these which belonged to my grandma and they're beautiful. They're these blue, they're very clear. They're these blue glasses. They're really heavy duty. I think they're from the 70s, but my grandma had them and I inherited them, and I'm not afraid to have kids use those because they're very heavy. We have dropped them a couple times and they just roll around. So These are some very cute little pie plate dishes. They're very cottagecore, but I have so many dishes. And these are really annoying to wash because they are fully textured, so we're getting rid of them. So that is it for regular dishes, and now we're gonna get to the top shelf. This is what I refer to as the doom shelf because it does go pretty far back. There's no light back in there. Kitty, what are you doing? Buster, what are you doing?
Syrup.
I'm just afraid of taking stuff out and finding like giant spiders in them.
Syrup, Mama, but...
Talk bowls. As you can see, I have quite a few sets. I'm going to zoom you in closer, and I want to talk about vintage Pyrex and the safety of using it, or the possible not safety of using it. So let's talk about vintage Pyrex for a second and whether using it is dangerous, because there are some websites that highly recommend you don't use them, and I wanted to talk about this because it has been mentioned anytime anyone sees the vintage, the Desert Rose dishes or my Pyrex, they say you shouldn't use those, you need to lead test it, there's lead in them, blah, blah. I know. And here's the thing. Back when Freya was about 9 months old, she got a routine lead test and it came back positive, and we freaked out because we live in an old house. Who knows what the paint's like in here? And I have Pyrex dishes, right? So I bought lead tests and I tested everything. Even the dishes we don't really use that much. I tested the walls, I tested the floors, I tested my dishes, I tested all of these. All of the sets that I have that have paint on them, I tested everything. There was only one that even showed any visible signs of triggering the lead test. And it's one that I don't use. I actually just have it on display. The thing about vintage Pyrex is that you shouldn't wash it in the dishwasher because that will take off the protective coating. The protective coating they put on Pyrex to keep the paint contained, it will take that off on the outside if you put it in the dishwasher. So you should always hand wash your dishes that are Pyrex, that are vintage Pyrex especially. All of the lead is in the colorful paint. So if it's a super scratched up old dingy bowl, maybe don't use it if you're really afraid of the exposure, or lead test it, see if it triggers the lead test. You can get them off of Amazon. If it's a concern to you, get rid of your dishes if you would like. Just use them for display. My grandma had these and used these her entire life, and she did not die of lead poisoning. She died because she was 92 years old. And she was just 92 years old. So if all of our grandmas were using Pyrex regularly, and none of them have really, I mean, I'm sure somebody did. But if the collective grandmas generally didn't die of lead poisoning from their dishes, I don't think we will either. So that is my take on Pyrex. I have lead tested these, none of them tested positive. The coatings are still on the ones that I use regularly. They are okay to use. As long as you hand wash them, you don't use super beat up Pyrex dishes. And yes, I have also tested my Desert Rose dishes and they did not test for lead. So, and I tested things several times. I didn't just do a one swipe and say it's fine. And then it turned out that it was just a false positive, which can happen. and we didn't need to worry about it anyway. So let's get back into, I have to leave for school pickup in a minute, but let's go over the dishes that I'm getting rid of. By the way, if you are seeing this plastic film over our windows and wondering what it is, it keeps the cold out in the winter. We have it in one of these windows and in several of our living room windows. It's just to help keep the house warmer because it's an old house and it's terribly insulated. But so far as bowls go, I am keeping all of my green Daisy Pyrex. These were my grandma's, and I love them and they're still in very good condition. Likewise, I am keeping my yellow ones. I use them pretty regularly, so I'm keeping them. And then I'm also keeping these white Pyrex. Probably can't see in front of the white thing, but these actually belong to a 1940s mixer that I own, that I plan to refurbish and rewire so that it works again. It worked for a while and then fizzled out. These are the mixing bowls I use the most. There's two big ones and a little one. I use these almost exclusively for mixing and baking. So those are the ones I'm keeping for sure. This clear set of mixing dishes I got for our wedding, and I rarely use them because anytime I try to whisk or just generally mix, things flow over the side. So I'm getting rid of these. I have a strawberry bowl, which is very cute. I kind of just thrifted it because I liked it. I will keep it because it's a cute serving bowl. I have this giant strawberry bowl. It's very cute. I think I'm going to keep this one as well because in the summertime, if I'm cutting up apples or pears or peaches or whatever, this is a nice, like, sized bowl to do that in. This one I got thinking I would use it and I never do. Thrifted. Likewise, this I got because it has strawberries and cherries on it and I thought it was cute. It says salad. And it's just an awkward shape and size and I don't use it. So I'm getting rid of that one as well. Keeping this, especially because it has the lid. I've baked in it a few times. It's nice. This snowflake one I thrifted thinking it would be cute for winter, but I have yet to use it. So I'm debating whether I want to keep this. I think I will keep it for the rest of this year. And if I don't use it, you know, in this upcoming winter, I know it's winter right now, but if I don't use it in the holiday season because it's holiday themed, I will get rid of it. This little dish was given to me by a dear friend and I think it's absolutely adorable and I have used it on occasion. It's one of those dishes that I use randomly, so I'm going to keep this. It's especially nice for outdoor salads. So anytime we go to like a potluck or just a family event and we want to bring something that has to be outside, this is a really good dish for that. And lastly, that you can't really see, but this is covered in poinsettias. And it is a beautiful, like, big Christmassy dish. I'm going to keep this because I do really like having holiday themed dishes, but I feel like I'm keeping quite a lot comparatively. However, I think all of it's justified. Alright, so down here we have jello molds, bread pans, cake molds, cake pans, whatever, and a little tea set. I'm going to pull everything out and evaluate what we have, what I can get rid of, and what I want to keep. so as you can see, behind me all over the counter, this is everything that is usually above the refrigerator. And it's a lot. And there are definitely things I need to get rid of. There are some things I want to talk about, but first I'm going to kind of like declutter, put some things back that I know I'm going to keep. And then we'll chat through what I'm keeping that I just think it'd be fun to talk about. Okay, so I wanted to talk about some things. Firstly, these 3 vintage cookie press sets that I have. And you might be thinking, Kristina, why do you have 3 full sets of vintage cookie presses? And the answer is, I'm about to have 5 children, and when Christmas time comes around, they all like to do it. So I like to have 3 of them so that when Christmas comes around, at least 2 of them can be doing the cookie press. It's just much more fun, and there's something very nostalgic about these to me. The other thing you might be saying, Kristina, why the heck do you have that? This is a slightly more odd thing. Is this electric carving knife from, I believe, the 50s or maybe the 60s. I have not tried this, but it has all of the parts. This is something that I got and I was like, oh, I want to make a video using that. And then I never did. It's not a practical thing, but it is a fun thing. And I like vintage gadgets. And I just thought, why not grab this? It's just one of those things I saw at the thrift store. And I think it was only about $5, and I just thought it was the most fun thing. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to share the funny little vintage gadgets I have. I'm gonna finish cleaning up this counter. the other 2 boxes of purge items and that. So there you go. So that is it for this video. I did not get to cleaning out the refrigerator, but I kind of half did it when we got a grocery order in, so it would be pointless to share it here. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe. I will probably be doing the pantry, but like I said, I'm very close to delivering a baby, so I will be taking a short little break from YouTube unless I feel like filming and sharing. I will probably see you in a few weeks. I hope you all enjoyed this video, seeing inside my realistic dirty cupboards and just having a peek at our life. I feel so good. I am so happy with all of the decluttering and getting rid of all the things we don't need and the rearranging and everything. It just feels so nice in here. And I hope until I see you again that you are feeling safe and loved, and have a beautiful day. Bye!